14 states as of right now are in panic mode. And the reason why? Well, it has to do with what is going to happen in the next few days. I'm going to address this in today's video, but I'm also going to address why there are 14 states, because in reality, there's really only 4 that are really being impacted, but there's some cities and states nearby that are going to feel the effects as well. So I'm going to break down what's going on at this moment. All I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So over the next few days, there's a real concern in many states. And one of those concerns is the April 1st date. On April 1st, according to experts, they say we are going to see a massive surge in new immigrants coming across the US-Mexico border. But at the same time, we have this. It says thousands of migrants could be released en masse in days. Now, why would it say that? Well, it also has to do with the April 1st date. Let's read this, and then we'll discuss it. It says thousands of migrants could be released en masse onto the streets in days, causing chaos in southern border communities as support funding dries up, says officials. It says local governments and nonprofits in the region have long worked with U.S. border officials to take migrants to sites such as Casa Alitas, a Catholic-run shelter for migrant families in Tucson, Arizona, or the Regional Center for Border Health in Yuma. Now, what are they discussing? What are they talking about here? Well, it has to do with FEMA. Look at this. It says the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, disperses funds from the Shelter and Services Program to entities providing shelter, food, transportation, and support to people who have been processed and released from custody while awaiting the outcome of immigration proceedings. But that federal funding will run out on March 31st. Now, that was an article from Newsweek. I also want to show you this article right here. It says, Feds tell Southern Arizona more money is coming to help agencies manage the migrant releases. That is expected to happen over the next week as well. However, this is where things get very interesting. FEMA is already struggling because of all the wildfires, because of all the other natural disasters that we have here in the United States. And having migrants enter into the U.S. is not technically a natural disaster. And this is why some are saying that we are about to see Congress be extremely upset with what's going on, because Congress keeps on approving all this additional funding, yet they don't really know exactly where it's going. And now we're starting to get those reports that it's starting to hit the shelters. It's starting to hit the southern towns that are housing migrants, these sanctuary cities. Now, I want to read a couple other things to you really quick as well. Look at this. Okay? It says, an increase in migrants trying to cross U.S.-Mexico border in states farther west. What we are facing right now is we are facing Texas is actually winning this battle. Based off what we're hearing, Texas is winning the battle with migrants trying to enter Texas. They are stopping the flow of migrants into Texas. Well, what's happening is all those people are now going to New Mexico, to Arizona, and to California. But here's the other problem. They are skipping through Arizona. They don't want to cross in Arizona. And here's one of the reasons why. It says Arizona border crossing is one of the deadliest. One of the reasons why? The heat. The heat is just insane. Migrants keep trying to go through Texas because they understand in Arizona it's too hot. It's too deadly. The snakes, the bugs, the rocks, the falls, right? That is causing people to get sick, potentially black out, and even lose their life. Now, here's what's going on. And I want to explain why 14 cities are in panic mode at this, or 14 states are in panic mode. Because everyone's crossing into Texas, into New Mexico, Arizona, and even into California. However, as the federal government continues to send money to help out migrants, okay, And this is something that they're going to do for some time. Even though they're trying to do this, the concern is they don't have enough money to provide for shelters in all states or shelters in all cities. So here's what's happening. People are leaving Dallas. They do not want to be in Dallas. They're leaving. They're going to the nearest state, which could be Louisiana, Arkansas, or even Oklahoma. Some are even going into Kansas. But Texas is still sending busloads of people to Illinois and up to New York, as well as up here to Colorado. But it's all the states surrounding the 4 border states, and including Washington State as well. Because Washington State, Oregon, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Illinois, and even New York, these are all the states that are currently being warned that we are about to see a influx of people entering into those states. Because as all the FEMA funds get spread around, the problem is in the southern cities, the cities on the U.S. southern border, those are ones that are going to run through this funding quickly. Well, the government's not going to reallocate funding from a place in, let's say, Wisconsin or Ohio and push that money down to the southern border. They want to make sure it's fair for everybody and everybody's getting a decent amount. Well, that's where it all boils down to it, is how are they actually going to fund this? Well, are they going to take money from Seattle, Washington and send it down to the U.S. southern border? No. According to reports, they're not going to do that. They're going to send the money and distribute it evenly to the places that absolutely need it. Again, this is why they say you are about to pay. Because we are about to see some cities and states, and especially in the north, even over on the East Coast, you are going to pay for people coming into the U.S. You are about to pay for a loss of benefits, a loss of, or you being able to use a park. A public park might cost you money. I've been hearing from many people that we are about to see in multiple states, sports are normally free. But now they're discussing a pay-to-play system where if you want to join the band, you want to get into cheerleading or play football or soccer or baseball, basketball even, you're going to have to pay. Just like everybody else does in the club environment. You pay a little bit of money every single year, and now you're able to play that sport. The reason why is because schools are expected to lose some of their funding very soon as well. So just understand that this is happening all across the United States. The next potentially 5 to 10 years will be interesting, where many people are going to lose. Many people are going to pay more for things that they never even used. So we'll see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you is I will be here every step of the way. I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing. I'll see you guys on the next one.